After my encounter with the crazy guy down the alley, I was reviewing my video and noticed this guy all in red walking by. And he's heading into the back of the Blackthorn pub. Nothing really unusual other than he's wearing red. Except what I'm going to show you in this blown up and cropped picture. If you look at his pocket, that looks like the shape of a gun. So what I suspect is that this guy might be an undercover cop with a gun in his pocket going into the back of the Blackthorn pub. So why is this important? I'll get to that real soon here. So after the guy in red goes into the Blackthorn pub, I come out to go next door and measure some stuff that I gotta fix. So now that I'm out and about, I believe the back of the Blackthorn pub has a camera, and they know I'm out on the alley area. So I think what's happening here, I would call these people, in my opinion, the parking place holders for what happens next. Because this is about the time that the crazy guy shows up down the alley. And these people are going to move their car. And when they move their car, there's a car all ready to go to take their spot. There I am walking down the alley. So looks like it's timed real well. This guy backs up. Looks like he's being a little cautious. All right, here he comes. Now that the parking place holders are out of position, I call this guy the watcher. And his purpose is to observe what's going on down the alley. Gets out of his car, stands around. And he's basically watching what's going to happen down the alley with the crazy guy and me. All right, here comes the crazy guy. And the guy in red is calling me an idiot. And I'm the bad guy, according to this guy in red. Well, this guy with the shopping cart and the cane is the one I just chased off of our property down the alley. So what I think this guy with the cane in the basket is, I think he's part of a law enforcement sting operation. And I think this whole thing is choreographed. Now, when he was down the alley, he picked up a rock. And I think what he did was he was on the other people's parking lot, threw the rock over the fence, giving himself an excuse to walk over onto our parking lot and pick up the rock. And he did this at a time when I was out front, so I would see him. So I would go down there and confront him. Now he's pissed off. Well, at least he's acting pissed off. He's swinging his cane. He's threatening to hit me with it. But watch, Sarah, see that right there? He sees the elimination of private property and public property. In my opinion, the fact that this guy has enough reason to see that if he's in the alley, he's not on private property, that means he's not really that crazy. I think he's just putting up a show. He's an actor. He's an actor baiting me, trying to get me to assault him in some way so that I can be arrested. Because if he was really crazy, he would have probably not paid attention to the delimitation between the alley and our private property. But he definitely did. So to me, that's an indication that he really does know what he's doing. Plus, if you look at this cart, you look at him, he's clean, his clothes are clean, and all the stuff in his basket's clean. So he doesn't really appear to be a homeless guy that's been living in a really bad situation. To me, he looks like he is simply part of a law enforcement sting and putting on a show. Here's another thing I find interesting. He has a pretty good sized rock in his hand. And there he throws it. Now, he didn't throw it at me. He didn't throw it at the house. He didn't throw it at a car. He threw it in a direction that was pretty safe. There was nobody down there. So if he was really crazy, he would have probably thrown that rock at me or something to damage something. He did it in a way that didn't hurt anything. So really, other than him acting crazy, he didn't do anything to get arrested for. What are you doing over here? What are you doing on this property? A rock?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
I should give them rocks.
Well, what do you do?
Rocks.
This is private property. You got business there?
I walked through the parking lot. I went under the chain of my car. I come by here all the time.
You come over here all the time on this property?
And the girls one time, and they'll tell you, they both work here, one in that one in that one. And I was sitting there, and I don't steal or nothing.
I'm stopping right here to show you the white car on the left. That's the car that was in the parking lot behind the bar that pulled out to let the blue car pull in. That's what I call a placeholder car. Now, they already had this guy over here messing around. So they're timing this so that they can come over here and observe me interacting with this guy. And then they have another guy down the alley behind the bar watching over there. So this guy's going to take off down that way while the watcher is observing the whole thing. What are you doing there?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to call Deputy Redenbaugh and he can get you straightened out.
I don't care what they say.
I don't care what you say.
I'm the property owner.
Are you trying to assault me?
You're the one with the thing.
Sure. You're the one that's saying I'm trespassing. I don't.
You are trespassing.
Where?
Right, you were right there. I got you on camera.
What are you trying to do to a disabled person? Huh?
I don't care.
You trying to hurt me? You better get back.
Huh?
Why are you doing this?
What?
Why are you doing this?
Because you're trespassing. You can do whatever you want in the alley, but you can't.
Know.
But you can't go on that property unless you got business.
Let Tracy know.
What?
Let Tracy. Because Tracy's out of office.
You can walk all. You can do all you want here, but you can't go on that.
No more.
What? Oh, I'm going to get hurt? You're going to go to jail. What? Yeah, I'm stopping the video again here to show you this situation. The guy in a red shirt, he just said something very interesting. He said he called the cops on a cop. Now, I'll get to that in another video. I just realized something else while making this video. This guy in a red shirt is probably another undercover cop. And he's going back into the bar now to join his buddy, who was the backup for him and everything else, probably with a gun. And I think what they're doing is they're going into the bar now because they got a camera at the back of the bar so they can observe everything. And they don't need to be standing out in the parking lot. So this guy at the basket, he's on camera from the Blackthorn pub. So they don't need to be out here watching because they can watch everything from inside the pub. And if anything happens, they can rush out and grab me.
Like I said, people, all we got to do is... This guy's an idiot. We got to
Oh, I'm an idiot. We got a pandemic going on. And you guys are hanging out with no mask on.
Insulting me because I'm disabled and I'm autistic. Here. Come on. Come on.
So you're threatening me with
You're threatening me with
the cane. You're threatening me with the cane, huh?
No, I'm not.
Well, what'd you just say?
I don't make threats. I tell the truth.
Oh, you do? So let me sum up this video the way that I perceive it. After all this interaction with this guy, he eventually takes off. I call the cops and they show up. And I invite one of them inside the house to show him the video. Now, he doesn't seem to be too interested in the guy swinging the cane and stuff like that. He's more interested in, am I keeping a safe distance? And he does comment several times based on what he sees on my video that I am maintaining a safe distance from this guy. In other words, I'm not trying to have a physical contact with this guy or hurt him or get hurt. And at the end, they kind of asked me what it is that I want to do. I said, I don't know. So like I said, well, he says if he shows up again, we can do a 5150. And I was told that they tried to find him and they couldn't find him. So what I think is this guy was definitely, this is my opinion, was definitely an actor trying to do a sting operation for the law enforcement. And when I didn't do anything, of course they're not going to find the guy because he's part of the team. So they're not going to arrest their team member. They're not going to do anything to their team member. And they're not going to do a 5150 on this guy because he's probably never going to show up again. So that's what I think was going on. But I got some other videos I want to show you. I haven't made them yet. And it refer to the cop that I supposedly called the cops on.